Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'd like to show you a bit of my process, specifically how I sketch when planning a new piece. I will be focusing on redrawing an old idea I sketched back in 2021. It's been a while. I originally did a graphite drawing with this, but it never saw the light of day because I wasn't happy with the outcome. Now I want to give new life to this idea that I really cherish. The concept for this piece came to me during a time when I was feeling a bit lost, and I wanted to capture that in my art. It's funny how, even when we are really attached to one idea, it doesn't always work out the way we hope. But I think this is part of the creative journey, and there is beauty even in that. This sketch has been with me for a while, and I feel like I'm finally ready to approach it from a new perspective. Most of my surreal pieces stem from deep emotions and personal experiences, and I'm excited to bring something fresh to this one, especially because I'm in a very new and different emotional space, so I will change a few things. Now, a bit about my process. I always start with a few doodles to establish the composition and keep working on the doodles until I'm satisfied. My first doodle is usually completely from imagination. I find it helpful to get the rough idea out quickly, just to see where my thoughts are going. After that, I look for references and create a second doodle based on what I find, or sometimes I take pictures myself. References are amazing when aiming for realism or semi realistic work, and there are so many great resources for artists. Personally, I love Croquis Cafe. I'll put the links down here. It's full of great pictures and poses and is specifically designed for artists. What I also love to make when planning a piece is making mood boards, especially if I'm planning a series, so I want the same mood in every piece. They help me visualize the overall tone and mood for the piece. And if I'm working on multiple pieces within the same theme, having a mood board keeps everything cohesive and focused, in my opinion. If the piece starts feeling too complex in my mind, I often take a picture of it and polish it digitally. It's easier to move things around it that way, and sometimes a minor adjustment makes all the difference. I mostly use Procreate to experiment with compositions because I feel like I can bring my iPad everywhere, and it really helps me to get a clearer sense of the final idea. Over time, I've learned that sketching is such a valuable part of the process, even if it doesn't always lead to a finished product right away. There is something beautiful and meditative about letting ideas flow freely, without pressure. It's like giving myself the freedom to explore, which often leads to ideas and things I wouldn't have thought otherwise. As some of you may know, I'm slowly learning to paint in my free time, which honestly isn't much. So all the prep work I'm doing in this video with this drawing will eventually lead to a painted version. I don't know when. Learning to paint has been rewarding but challenging. I've had to be patient and allow myself to make mistakes, which is tough because I tend to be a perfectionist. Painting is teaching me patience, and I definitely need to improve in that area. Hopefully, the final version of this piece won't be too far off, but I'm not giving myself deadlines, not with personal projects, honestly. I've had so many ideas lately I want to paint, but with only a few hours a week to dedicate, it can be frustrating. Still, planning and sketching makes me happy, so it doesn't really matter if I have thousands of ideas and only 5 hours a week to work on them. I will keep creating, and sooner or later, some of those ideas will become full paintings. One thing I've learned over the years is that it's okay to take your time with a piece. Not every sketch needs to become a finished drawing right away, or sometimes it doesn't even need to become something finished. I have a whole stack of unfinished ideas, and that's okay. The important part is to keep creating, and eventually something will click. It took me a while to realize and accept this. I used to pressure myself to finish everything, and that led to many burnouts. Now that I'm taking a kind of sabbatical for my personal pieces to focus on learning new skills, while also working full time and freelancing, I'm learning to accept a slower, kinder approach to my art. That's it for today, I guess. I wish you an amazing day and thank you so much for watching. See you next time.